If I can go back and tell myself 20 years ago to invest a lot of money. Hey YouTube, Tomas here with Mind Emulation. Welcome back. Today what I want to talk about is a couple things. I got a list of stuff because I'm new at this. I'm not a pro. I don't even have to say that I'm new at this because you'll see by the content I'm not the best of it yet, but here we go. So today I want to talk about investing. In business, working for yourself, being an entrepreneur, you don't just invest into your equipment, into your company, you also invest into yourself. Part of being an entrepreneur is knowing how to invest. And I'm not talking about just financially into your business, but also investing into yourself. In my previous video, I talked about investing into your employees. They're a big part of what's going to make you grow. I also want to talk about vehicles. Investing into vehicles, investing into equipment. Most people just think, hey, I'm going to start this company, depending on what it is. Again, if you're a painter, as simple as just getting your own vehicle, having some equipment in that vehicle and driving around. With the dumpster company that I own, it wasn't like that. It was 6 months of planning, 6 months, well, the same 6 months of planning, putting everything together as far as the design of the vehicle, what I wanted on the trucks, how I wanted the trucks to look. There was quite a bit that I had to go into. I also had to find every component that was going to go into this truck. For the dumpster company, there's a lot more that I had to put into thought before it actually became the reality of what it was going to be. You really have to find out what kind of equipment you need, what kind of vehicle you need. The painting company, simple as a vehicle that can get me around from point A to point B, get the equipment there, get enough equipment in the vehicle to get the job done, kind of like the small vehicle we have here. For the painting company, all that I needed was a small vehicle to travel around with, possibly get some ladders in, and that's it. If you want to expand to a bigger painting company, then you can get the bigger truck, get the bigger van. You're going to have more expenses. With the dumpster company, that wasn't a possibility. I had to go full out, buy a $50,000 to $70,000 truck, spend another $45,000 for the company to build what I needed, and each dumpster cost me about $5,000. So out the door, I was out about $200,000 for the initial startup. With the painting company, it was as simple as me having about $1,000 worth of equipment and then also having a vehicle that can get me around. It really depends on the company that you're building. Hopefully the company that you are planning on building is not anything crazy like I was, but if you are, there's always ways around it. Hopefully your credit is well and you can use your credit. If not, then you're gonna need a lot more capital to start the company. Eventually, one of the videos that I'll make will be about credit. It's not something that I am really good about. I'm the type of person that just jumps in and goes crazy. It's a flaw that I have. I know that. Let's move into investing into yourself, also into your business though. Weekend Warrior Dumpster, we have uniforms. I'm not Mr. Wonderful, so I don't need a suit. But this is my suit. This is my work suit. Any given time that you see me around, we have suits. Everybody has their own suit for the industry. Granted, this looks just like a sweatshirt with the logo and the vibrant colors and whatnot. I mean, that's actually for safety, you know, whether it's there or not. We also have a hat. So when we're out and about and we go to a job site, when we parked and close off a street because we have to drop off a dumpster, or when we're at the dump site, we have to have something bright so the operators can see us. You have a uniform, so you know what you have to wear. You don't have to worry about waking up in the morning and figuring out what you gotta wear or what clothes you're gonna wreck that day. When it comes to Weekend Warrior Dumpster, this is what we have. Here's our other uniform. I've invested into all the companies that I have because we show up to a client's house, the client knows that it's us. They see our uniform, they see our hats, they see the trucks, they know that it's us. When you start a company, you have to come up with a name. After the name, you have to come up with a logo. This logo that we have for EBC Painting has been redone about 6 times over the last 20 years. And just like that, I'm back to Weekend Warrior Dumpster. But no matter what I'm wearing, you always know what company I'm representing. In my construction van, at any given time, I would always have my regular EBC Painting clothing for painting. For our carpenter or handyman, I would have jeans, work boots, a polo for estimates. And recently, in the past year and a half, I would have this Weekend Warrior Dumpster. Because when I first started Weekend Warrior Dumpster, it was me doing that. I had employees for the painting and some of the remodeling side, but for the Weekend Warrior side, I had nobody. So at any given time, in the back of my van, you would see some type of luggage bag. It would look like I was going on vacation. So investing into yourself by having different type of uniforms that you can use for your company or companies is one thing I would recommend. In the long run, if I only had one company, I can buy 5 pairs of everything and not have to replace it for about a year. That's a good investment. Whatever company you're going to be starting, you have to know the business. If you're starting a brand new company and nobody else has done it around you, then you're going to have to figure it out. Whatever industry you're going to be starting, a vehicle is one thing that you're probably going to need. If I can go back and tell myself 20 years ago to invest a lot of money into the vehicle that I'm going to be buying, I would buy something that's 2 years old, and I would buy it with a warranty from the dealership. Because now you know what you're going to spend every month. The last vehicle I bought was that vehicle that I bought that was not brand new or pretty new. And this is when I learned my lesson. That was a 2005 Ford E350 Econoline van. Close to 3 years from when I bought the vehicle, I heard a big pop. Unfortunately, those vans were notorious for the spark plugs blowing out. I didn't know that. To fix that issue was an engine replacement. It would have been about $6,000 on a vehicle that was at that point probably like 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. And I said, no, I had enough. I ordered a brand new van. It took about 3 months to get. My current van ended up struggling along for those 3 months while the new one came in. But once I got that van, there was nothing for me to worry about. I would recommend to you going out, getting something that's 2 years old, it already lost the value that you're going to lose from a brand new vehicle. Finance that, get a warranty, and you'll be set. Investing into equipment is something that I did from the get-go. A YouTuber out there, Mr. Handyman, or The Handyman, I believe his name is, he would buy tools at discount or swap meets, and those are his tools. Those are the tools that made him a lot of money. I did the same thing, not even knowing this YouTube guy. When I was 19, 20, and I started doing some small little handyman service jobs, I started buying tools. I bought my first brand new tool when I was 31. So that was 11 years later. Then at 35, I started getting into really big jobs, really big remodels, flipping houses, and then I started flipping all my tools. All the tools I have from the beginning, I started selling them off. As soon as I sold a tool, I would go buy a brand new tool. I switched everything over to Milwaukee tools because Milwaukee tools and DeWalt tools are the thing to buy right now. And I honestly love the tools. I wish I would have started my YouTube channel 5 years ago, and then Milwaukee tools would have sent me some stuff, but I didn't. Around the age of 35 and 36, I started flipping all my tools. I would only buy what I needed. If I was going to do a job and I knew I was going to need a tool, then I would go buy it. And the way I help my brain be okay with the fact that I'm spending $300 to $600 on a tool was, hey, you're making $1,000, you're spending $300 on a tool. Okay, so this job you're only going to make this much. Sorry, I'm still working, so I'll be back. All right, back to the blog. Tools, investing. The way I can wrap my brain around spending money while I was making some money was That money that was coming in, I was reinvesting into the company. I would always make sure that I had enough money to continue living by still buying tools. So I did that for about 3 years. And now the majority of my tools are brand new. Well, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm getting busy here. It's around the noon hour here, and people are calling in. Keeps on interrupting the blog. We'll leave it here. I hope I hear from all of you, and I hope I helped one of you today. If you have any questions about anything, give me a holler or message me, or go on YouTube and send me a message. I'll try to answer whatever I can. Right now, the channel's so new that people won't ask questions now, but once it gets bigger and people start seeing the content, it's going to be harder. You guys take care and have a good day.